Hello, fellow builders, and welcome back to the bench. Mediocre Modeler here yet again with part 2 of our Hoth Battle Rebel Base display case build. Well, there's a mouthful. Last episode, we got the case structure done, so now we're going to start working on the interior, the snowy cave, and the wonderful Hoth landscape. Let me show you what I've gotten so far. So this is my first time actually working with the air dry sculpting. I wasn't sure where I was going, if it was going to stick, what the whole deal was. And because I'm trying to cover up the layer lines so it doesn't look like floor mat foam that's been stacked. And I'm finding, first things first, I coated it with some of the Mod Podge, because when I first tried it, the air dry sculpting would not stick to it, and I figured that was the reason. So coated it with that, and now I'm going to try. This top worked out, it came out pretty well, but I'm finding just grabbing small pieces of this and getting it warmed up, kneading it, getting it warmed up in my hands, and then just kind of apply, just kind of pushing it on there to get it to stick and stay. So this may take a while. See that when I do that, it kind of rolls itself off. So I have a little bit of a concern as to how well or how much it's going to stick. I did a test run on the side, on the wood part, and it seems to be working okay there. So maybe I just need to get it on and don't touch it. Hi.
Luckily.
It's yes. It's air dry clay, so it's real light. If you leave it out, it'll dry hard like that. Huh? Like what?
Huh?
Like what?
Snake. My first idea was a snake. Oh, I got it. But if I just did this,
No, don't do that.
it's not messy. Yay! I'll take this home.
No, because it's gonna dry out. Well, if
I keep it in a bag.
okay. So what are you wanting to do with it?
Play with it.
It's not gonna stay like this. It's gonna get hard like that. So if you make it into a snake and leave it there, it's gonna be a snake.
Okay, I have an idea for it.
What's your idea?
One item, two item. Snake.
Okay, then put it down. And that's what you want it to look like. Straight, just like that.
Perfect.
Okie doke.
Gotta get rid of the bumps though. So the head can kind of stay like widened out.
Okay.
Alright, I gotta go play my Minecraft with Tyson.
Okay. So this is complete, and I think it looks good, but there is some cracking here and there. So I'm gonna go over it with the Mod Podge. The whole thing needs to be gone over with Mod Podge, but there are a couple of places here and there, like these edges, that I want to get this on here to kind of glue it down, especially these edges. couple of big cracks. So if I can get the Mod Podge in there to fill it, I almost want to lay it on its back. We're gonna like on its back. We're gonna give it a tilt. Set it on its back, give it a tilt so gravity is flowing. What are you? What is that? I don't know what that is. So gravity is flowing that way, and I'll put the Mod Podge on the edge, and that way it'll kind of go that way, and it'll dry that way. But this needs to dry before I put anything over the top of it. So that's going to take. So we're going to let this sit till morning. So we're going to move on. But we'll look at the models that go with it. Oh, that's what those little flecks are. That's from the paintbrush. Okay. We'll look at the models, the models for this model. Then we'll move on to the battle side. No, I guess we can't do that. Let's look at the models for the models. These are the models for the Hoth base. So you've got the control panel, right? And these are the original Y-wings that came from. They are Y-wing shaped, Y-wing shaped objects. And you get an X-wing fighter, snowspeeder. I think there's another snowspeeder that's I've put over there, and then you've got like a crane. You got two cranes, some computer desks, some fuel tanks, a walkway, a catwalk. There were two catwalks. And so what I ended up doing was I had gotten some micro machines, and these are, I mean, comparatively, if you look at them, obviously the micro machines are more Y-wing like, and they're the right size. So I don't think I'm the first one to ever do that. I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to replace those or not. We'll see. We're not concerned with that. So we also have the Millennium Falcon and our transport. I also added a couple of extra greeblies. This is some kind of this is actually a piece from the speeder bike that I wanted on site in here. We'll get that all. And then this tank. So we'll get all these pieces in there. We won't worry about the battle set just yet. But these are the pieces that we have to deal with. But we can't do anything else until it dries. But I just wanted to show you at least that much. What I did do is I went out and bought. I didn't buy. I went out and I didn't go out. I painted a piece of, this is the wafer board so I can practice my background. I did go out and buy some paint and a tray to put it on so I can practice. Like I said, this is all fairly new doing this type of stuff, so we're going to see what we can get into. So the first thing I want to try is doing the sky. Now, I've consulted Bob Ross. Also checked out my buddy Augie's video. He does a lot of the background painting for his models. I'm going to try. Alright, let's do that. You know what? Let's not go with one of those yet. Let's go with one of my older brushes. Let's go with that guy. Okay. Okay. Nothing we can't fix. We want to go with a kind of a light blue sky. I went and looked up a photo of Hoth. And I'm going to take that much, so... Okay. Now what they said to do, we're gonna just do sky first. We're gonna get our technique down. I like that. I like that. Alright, yeah. We'll do sky and then we'll do clouds. Yeah, light blue, yeah. So we're gonna do. So after playing around for a little bit, I mean, not great, not bad, not good. I think the sky was okay, but I want to try something a little bit different with the sky. So I'm gonna try again. I'm going to try something again. I want to try using on the sky because. So, just put some, okay. Alright, we're just going to put just the smallest hint. Just one dot. One dot of blue. Boop. Which is going to go a long way. And then we're going to use our chipping brush. So, get this. It was long strokes across the sky. See, I feel like I get started pretty good. That's not bad. It's not a bad line. I don't think that's bad. I mean, it's got some stuff going on here. See, that's okay. That's not a bad line. I don't think. Okay. I like the chipping brush better for doing that thing. I like this light. That's what I want. I want that color. After all the hard work we went through to get that side of the display to look like we wanted to, we don't want to mess it up by getting paint splatter on it. So we got it all covered up. Nice and tight. The one thing we're going to have to do is this edge right here where the cave starts. We need to make sure we don't get paint all the way down here so there's no hard edge. I want that to be like cloud or whatever. So we just have to keep that in mind when we're getting our paint on there. And that's well, let's give you a quick idea of what we were going for. So here's the battle scene here, right? And here's our test paint. And we're going for something like that. You know, nothing fancy, nothing, just something to give you something else to look at as a backdrop other than just the white. So let's get to it. Let's just jump in both feet. So we got our paints here. We're gonna use our chipping brush to start off with, and the new paint brushes are over there. Okay. And our paint tray up here. Okay. The other nice thing is I don't have to worry about, if I get paint on this, it's going to be covered. So we're going to try and do what we did before. We're going to start off with a lot of white. Since we got a lot to cover, I'm just going to go on ahead and start off with a big palette and some spare white up there just in case we need to add some. And then we're just going to do one dollop of the blue. I don't know why. There you go. There you go. We got our handy dandy rag. I totally could have gone right there. Anyway, thought about having a mountain like go up into the corner and let the corner be the peak. That's still a possibility. We might try it. Or just maybe have it broken, not sure. I'm trying to remember everything I learned in my practice, and most of it is coming out well. One of my biggest concerns is this corner. I was thinking about having either a mountain peak in the corner or a mountain being broken up by the corner. Not sure which one I'm going to do. We're going to see what feels right and go with that. Okay. Now we get into some real trouble. Using your own picture for reference. I don't know what's that. Okay. So, the way I see it, they were coming from this direction. They're going that direction. So there had to have been like a gap, an opening, a valley of some sort. So I can see a channel, like a narrow channel that they, a valley they were walking down through the mountain range. So. There you go. That's what I like. That's what I want. That's not bad. It's not bad. I think we're good. I think we're going to stop right. I think we're going to stop right there. Let's just see if we can do this. Something I just don't want to come out of this right here. We're stopping. Learn to stop when you're ahead. So we're going to stop right there. Okay. Okay. So, I know I'm probably going to have to clear coat that, but just to get a little bit of idea of what we got, let's stick. I like it. Huh. Who knew? Okay. All right. Let me go find some clear cut. So here we are with our completed interior. We have our Rebel base cave side and we have the battle side. Clear coated the whole thing. I did have to go back through. There were some cracks in as the Sculpey dried. It was cracking. It was pulling itself apart, and there were just some unnatural cracks, and there were some bubbles in there. So I took the Tamiya putty and filled those cracks and smoothed it over, let it dry, and gave it a coat of flat white, then a clear coat. We just got this painted with some acrylic paint. Same thing. Got done. Got a good clear coat. It's nice and dry. And now we got to see it with the pieces in. So this guy's going to go over here on this side. And this guy is going to go here. And that's what it's going to look like. I'm very happy. Here, let me give you a better look. Well, fellow builders, I just added 2 skills to my model building repertoire that I didn't know that I'm not saying I'm good at them. Okay, I'm just saying I have a doorway, an avenue, a opportunity, if you will, to hone those skills. I can add those to. I'm not intimidated as much by building a diorama with a landscape or a background now, because I know I can at least give it a shot at painting it and sculpting it. And it feels good. As my grandson said, that's really satisfying. So, how about you go get some satisfaction too? Why don't you go build something? It's good to learn new skills that you didn't know you had. It's shocking to you. You feel really good when you find something else that just you didn't know that was there. Although I did like most people did and went and consulted Bob Ross on the internet, there are 2 people I really want to thank because I watch their videos as well. Augie from Interstellarmodeler. He does backgrounds for some of his models, and I watched some of his videos, took some tips from him, and also Christopher Dahl of Space Art. And he's a fantastic space art painter, both of which I've met through Wonderfest. So you're gonna go build something now, and you're gonna have fun, and you're gonna be safe. And we will see you next time, where we figure out how to place all the little models on the big model and place the cover. So until then, we'll see you next time.
Pew 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 pew.